Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. And please forgive me for starting a little later. Had a little something to work through, but I'm so glad you're here with me. Welcome to everyone who is here. Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Love Rawhide. This happened to be your major underwater basket weaving. Nice. You're going to have to fill us in on that. That's awesome, Rawhide. Michelle Bear, hello, greetings. You're making cabbage and noodles. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Sounds good. Tina's here. Yay, Tina. Good evening to you, Cornelia. Hello. Oh, look at that. It's like home ec. It's like really happening, everyone. Look at that. Cornelia's making zucchini bread. Lovely, Cornelia. I am oh wow, Michelle's telling us the noodles are from garbanzo beans, not glyphosate glyphosate filled wheat. Oh my. Doesn't that that's the thing that makes me more like I just want to go off when I think about the food, what they do to the food. Hello, welcome, CWS. I'm so glad you're here. And Joseph is joining us. It's raining in Ireland, where you are in Ireland. Oh, but I bet it's going to be ever so green, right? That is the good side of lots of rain. Dana, you're sewing. Look at this. This is home ec. We are the home ecers, right? Mother of Messages. I love that name. Hello to you. Big Pontiac has just joined the Chatmosphere. Hello, Big Pontiac. We love when you join us. Hello. And I love his greeting, right? Greetings, power people. I love that. That just gives me a boost. And Donna is here. Donna, leave the door open for anybody who wants to come on by. I figure we talk about, like, I just want to meet on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm doing some other, like, I'm doing some study, and I'll tell you more about it. I'm getting through it, taking lots of tests and quizzes and using a different part of my brain. But once I'm finished with it, which is really soon, I want to really get into some regular things. Okay, so Molly is here. Hello, Molly. So Molly, you leave the door open, please, for anybody who wants to come in. And thank you for joining. If you're joining on Facebook or Twitch, thank you for that. And I'm going to talk about some other platforms that I'm working with that I want to eventually move. People are, have you noticed that a lot of content creators are moving off, not just the big move that we did to the alt platforms, but looking for other places to move our content and create our content, as well as giving people like more to do. Like, I want to join. Well, I'll talk about, I don't want to talk about all that housekeeping right now, but you all can give me advice on that too, because I want a place that we can meet off of here, but just have more of a community and exchange. So I'm working on that. Okay. So bear with me as I do that. Texas Dad, welcome to you. Thank you. I haven't seen your name in the Chatmosphere. You say, how's Prime doing? I don't know. I'm out of the loop. I hope he's doing well. Anybody know? I don't like spend a lot of time on Telegram anymore. That's usually when I got to see, but I don't really know. I'm sorry, I can't fill you in on that. But anybody else that knows, I hope he's doing well. That's my only like thing that I could tell you, definitively. Hey, Kathy, hello in Arizona. Love it, love it. Gladys Q, you're here. You got the bus for justice bus, Gladys. Tell us a little more about that. I Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds fun. Your bus sounds like a lot of fun. Rawhide said it's 420 in California. Well, is it now? Where is Wild Dragon? I expect him to pop in, huh? It's 420 in California. Hello, California. All my wine moms, I want to say hi. One of my wine mom friends, listen to this. I am starting to see people that I haven't seen for a while on like social media, like engage with me because they haven't engaged with me for 2 years. So they're coming out of whatever. And one of my faves, one of my wine moms, reached out. It's 120 in France. Well, hello, Nebula in the sky. Welcome from France. Thanks for joining. That's so awesome to have you pop in. Let's see, Linda. Hi. And Linda, we appreciate you. Oh, yes. Okay. So I figure I talk about some things like some items and get together and just share. Why not do a little arts and crafts while we can? And I want to get opinions. Who are my kombucha brewers? Because I have some questions over my kombucha. But I want to share news, like just a little news, because I had my 1 year Twitterversary. I restarted a Twitter account, when we all got boosted off of Twitters. And something just, I don't know, I just had this thought one day, I guess it was last year around this time, to just create another Twitter and just have it parked just in case. And that's what I do. I do a little bit of posting on it, and I look for things whenever I pop over there. It's really infrequent that I go over, but I couldn't believe that I had my new little Twitter thing had been 1 year anniversary. So they sent me a message. I thought, wow, thank you, Twitter. And Twitter is where I want to go first, okay? Before going into some other things, I want to show you what's trending on the twatters. Are you back on the twatter too? I know people like Salty. He's never left Twitter, which is good because we can't all leave. It'll be just such a. I know we tend to be in what they say, the, what do they call them, like the echo chambers. We're in an echo chamber. Other people on the other, in this divide, they're in echo chambers. Just that's how our society is set up. And we have to break out of it, of course, but it has to be a really big effort. I'll be swatting little flies away, okay? I have this little device. I forgot that I got it. I got it like a couple years ago, or I think, yeah, a couple years ago. Look at this. Can you see it? It's for flies and mosquitoes and things. So it could be used for camping. Like you can do a light. Woo! So you could do light, or you could just keep it on. Those are different settings. Keep it on the fly pest deterrent. I think it works. I'm not sure. I put it like I hang it near me. They like to bite you on your legs and things. So I try to hang it where it's somewhat getting out, sending the vapors to those flies. But I think it has to be on for a little while. Just a little while. Give it, remember when you had your car, you had to warm your car up? Don't you remember those days? It's like, let me warm my car up. Especially if you're from cold climates, you'd have to get out there in the winter and warm your car up. So yes, I think I have to warm up this bug thing. So let me share my screen. I will stop this to go to look at Figgy. Figgy, say hello to everybody. Hello. Figgy fed me this morning. It was fabulous. Because I've been cutting back on my food intake, and in the morning especially, I don't really want to eat that much. Thank you, Gladys. Yes, I forget to ask you guys this, but if you don't mind, like, let's just have a thing where, this is what I do when I watch content creators. I'm not telling you what to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not bossing you around. I'm just saying, consider this. This is what I've been doing. When I go into someone's Chatmosphere, I just hit the coming in the door. It's what I do. If you don't do it, I'm not judging you, but thank you if you do. Thank you for reminding me, Gladys, to ask. I have to ask for these things. Please hit the like button if you don't mind. Smash it even. Donna says smash it. I like that. Smash it. The like button, please. And if you're not subscribed, why? Why are you not subscribed? Is it the spoon? Okay. It might be the spoon. All right. So yeah, that's nice. I appreciate it. So I'm going to share. Oh yeah. I was talking about I've been cutting down eating. I just haven't been interested to eat so much, right? And I've been doing that intermittent fasting for a few years. I mean, on and off, but just cutting down my calories slowly. And in the summer, I don't like to eat a lot anyway when it's warm. I don't know. That happens. It might happen to you too. But eating a fig or two really works for me right now. So I've got a bumper crop of figs right now. I wish I could send you some. And I fight with not really fight, but I have to beat the brunch birds out here. They're out here doing their thing. And also, you know what was really nice? I've been seeing a lot of butterflies. So maybe a butterfly will float by, maybe, because they've been hanging out around here. And I saw a black butterfly. So on the radio, I have a radio station, if you haven't heard, and I got a request to play Black Butterfly by Denise Williams, which is a beautiful song. And right after I played that song, the same day, I saw a black butterfly just floating around me, just like beautiful. And now I've been seeing black butterflies every day. So what does that like? I don't know much about that. I'm going to have to look into black butterflies. Thank you, Molly. Oh my God, the spoon. Thank you, Molly, for the super chat. Yes, the spoon is here, always here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, I do. Thank you for all the love. Cornelia's here. Hello, Cornelia. Wait. I said hi. Did I? Me too. Not eating as much. Yeah. You don't deny yourself. Yeah, I don't deny myself. If I have like a thing where I want something, I'll just get it, but I don't go crazy, but it leaves room for, oh my, I haven't seen you in a while. The real Madre. Hello. Meep, meep. It's so nice. Please give love to the real Madre. I haven't seen her in a while. It's been a while. So nice to reconnect. This is great. So I'm going to share my twatters because I want to show you what's trending. It's super funny. Okay, here's my twatters. If they haven't changed, oh, it's still there. Let me make it bigger. All right. Can someone type in what's trending right now? I don't want to say it, because gosh, they might say that it's something bad. But do you see what's trending? Shauna's in the Chatmosphere. Hello, Shauna. When I was a child, we had a huge fig tree in your backyard. Your uncle made a tree house in it? Oh, it was big. We spent our days playing in that tree, eating figs. That sounds so beautiful, Shauna. That's a beautiful childhood. Yes. So hello. Thank you. Okay, so what's trending on Twitters is there you go. You saw it. So Dana wins. They have this as a hashtag. Okay. I don't know how many of you look for trending things. That's one of the things I look for when I go on the Twatters. I want to see what are they up to? What are they saying is trending? I was going to say twinding, but that's trending right now. Isn't that interesting? I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I've been out of the loop. I'm going to tell you, truly, I have been out of the loop. I don't know a lot about what's going on, but in, kind of going along with these narratives that are being put out, I want to show you this one too. The Texas Tribune said yesterday, it was, an article that dropped, that it's not just Coco 19, why Texas is facing a teacher shortage. Okay. So a teacher shortage. What is going on there? Does anybody know why is Texas experiencing a teacher shortage? So this is another article from Metro Lifestyle in the UK. So you get to see how everybody's going through these things. So in the UK, they're saying that quiet quitting your job be the answer to burnout? So the quiet quitting trend might be the answer. So they have an article about how people are answering the burnout, which is, shortages at a lot of jobs. You're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. This is quiet quitting. So what do you think about that? Quiet quitting. Have you ever heard of such? Very interesting, right? Quiet quitting. Probably a lot of people have quietly quit, but I think we all have quietly quit in ways because you just see that it's ridiculous. And there was another trending thing. Let me refresh this and see if it may come back up, because I think they changed the trending things. But look at that comes back up. But you see, they're still with the. It was something else I want to show you, and maybe I'll have to do it from. Let's see. Tina said, "I did that before it was trending." I know, Tina. I sure have too. It just sounds like mentally checking out from a job, right? Wow, timing. I now have a label for it. Oh, good. Yeah, so quiet quitting. And I wanted to show you that Twatter's trending thing. So I'm going to go back to my other screen, back to my slides. I don't have many slides, but yeah, so I was just being silly. I figure why not do a little something fun, okay, while we talk about the items of the day. And if there's an item that you want to fill me in on, trust me, I probably will be new to hearing it, because I have been a little bit out of the like I said, the loop on a lot. So if it's something you want to let me know about, just drop it in the Chatmosphere, please. And again, if you are a kombucha brewer, I have a question. And I'm going to show you my first batch of the kombucha brew. I have it out here, and I'm going to do a tasting. So I figure I was just being silly with the underwater basket weaving thing. Remember, that was such a joke. I was like, basket weaving. That's something that of course, people that do lots of crafts, why not learn how to do baskets? I want to learn how to weave baskets from the women of the Geechee Gullah cultures that are on the coastal areas of Georgia, South Carolina, and probably more, but I just focus on that area. But I'd love to go there and sit with those women if they would be so Oh, so generous. I know they would because I've met actually some people from that area. They're very, very amazingly just kind and generous, and just that's the Southern hospitality, you know. If you go into like South Carolina and things like that. Karen's here. Karen, welcome. The beautiful Harlem Sentinel. Thank you. How's it going in New York? Nice to see you, sis. Mr. Okel, you're back. What's up? Give Mr. Okel some love. Mr. Okel's new to our Chatmosphere. Thank you. I've seen you show up before. I love that you came back, right? Let's see. What's Dana saying? Funny you should put that in your title because I had a suggestive video last week on how to weave a pine needle basket. Now, that is what I want to. I play around sometimes when I'm outside, you know, when I'm praying and having my quiet time. I have so many pine needles that it is possible to weave. I've done just a little weave. Just if you do fiber arts, you could kind of figure out some of the weaving. So I would like to learn it and use some of this pine straw. That would be awesome to make things out of that. But wow, Dana, you know what you need? Just need more, like they say, time, right? Time is really one of those things. Mr. Okel said, yeah, I'm back because I like partying. Well, thank you. I want it to be a party. Karen said, hey, I'm on the road, a family affair, but you know, oh, yes. I love when Karen is out and about on the roads. She'll chime in. That's great. Love to your family. Hello to all your family, your cousins. You know, Karen has a lot of great cousins, and yeah, she's hanging. She's out. I love it, Karen. Enjoy. Okay, while we're at it, what I did was I made you know, when I moved back from the West Coast, from LA to the East Coast, my mother, the reason why I had to leave is my mother had cancer. So I came because I am her daughter, and you know, daughters, we tend to be the ones to be there like that. Not just, I'm not, don't come for me, sons. I'm just saying, daughters, and I'm judging this from 33 plus years of nursing. Daughters tend to do a lot of the more personal things for their moms. You know what I'm saying? It can be awkward. But if a daughter is there and I'm a nurse on top of that, so it really worked out. I advocated for her and really fought, and, you know, just I got her on an organic type of diet, and reading labels and being conscientious and things like that. And, you know, I've gotten her off of doing things, just talking to her about like things that I wanted her to consider, and she has. She's awesome. Hello, darling Tiffer Violet. I love that name. That's a great name. Please give darling Tiffer Violet a warm welcome from the Chatmosphere, because I love the name, first of all, but I haven't seen your name, and we like to acknowledge. It's like church, you know, when they say stand up or put your spoon in the air if you're new, so somebody could come over and greet you, okay? We'll give you a little thing to fill out. And if you need translation, we have people in the Chatmosphere. They're all over, okay? If you need any translation, any kind of translation, okay? Let us know. Or if I need to slow down and stop and explain myself, because I go into many different languages. Even negrescence is something called negrescence. You'll get used to me saying it. I have to say it now so it can shock you, and you'll decide like, oh boy, what have I done? Hang on, it's not a bad word. We use it around here. Phelan Blue, well, hello. Don't know as. What? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome, Phelan, back. I haven't seen you in quite a while. You're getting love, darling Tiffer Violet. That's a great name. Look at that. Mr. Okel even joined in. Look at that. See, feel like family already, right, Mr. Okel? I hope you do. Okay, so when my mother was convalescing, fighting, she fought she victorious over cancer, cancer, especially when it's like allegedly Johnson and Johnson talcum powder. Remember the talc powder? Yeah, that's something that we're going to have to look into. Johnson and Johnson. You got a lot of explaining to do, but you really do. And you all know what I'm talking about. I'll get it. I could get into it now, but I'm not going to derail this with that story. But you all know about the talcum powder, right? Fire for righteousness. Now, I haven't seen you in a while either. Meep, meep. Give some love to all the people joining, rejoining. We're finding each other again. Phelan said, don't know why I'm here, but know why. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you're here. Meep, meep. Yeah, so I went with my mother. Farmers markets are nothing new for me. Like when I lived in Atlanta, they have one of the best farmers markets in Atlanta. For people that know, the DeKalb Farmers Market there is fabulous. And there are some other really good farmers markets. So, when you're in a smaller market, it's a kind of hit or miss. But we have a nice farmers market where I am. Nice little community of supportive people. As soon as you hit the grounds, they welcome you, and they have beautiful produce and things like that. And when I preparing to grow food and doing permaculturing, I've shared with you all, if you want to learn how to do less and yield more with growing your food or growing anything. If you want to grow your 420, things like that, your hemp, Mama's got her helper right here. Vapors, we're going to do the vapors. Now, everybody, my little church friends, don't be offended, okay? Relax. We're okay. This is Blissy Saturday, okay? We do a little blissiness. And back to my point of when my mother was fighting through her cancer to her victory, we did a lot of just really organic foods and things like that. I was getting her off of pork. I'm sorry. We don't do pork around here. But pork is a no-no here. I'm not judging you if you do pork, but I don't do pork. And just other things we really shifted a lot with, having just mindset that was different. And when I pick produce, I take my mother to like a church. Some churches are doing great things. And if you have a church in your area, we should acknowledge the churches that are growing food, because that's something I believe all churches should be doing. It's just my opinion. But there is one church, and it's I believe a Methodist church that has an amazing garden, and we go, we help them pick food and pick vegetables and things like that. So I had this basket, and I just wanted to make it kind of fun, just something cute. And I do arts and crafts all the time. So this is what I created right here, the basket. I took yarn and just made it fun, just to put your produce in. Not meant for big hauls, as they call them, but small hauls. And sometimes I would pick just dandelion greens. And I always share my dream is to have a community where you have a food forest, which would take care of a lot of issues with food instability, but a food forest where you have dead space, just green the space. So some of this stuff that the people that are into climate stuff, like I said, we can agree on a lot of things, a lot, but it's just we have to come together and talk and not let those lizard people tell us how to live. That's all. But I have this vision of having a food forest, and you, my friends, let's just pretend you live near me, and I just, call you up. I don't know. I call you up on the airwaves and say, meet me in the food forest by the lettuce, okay? And you come with your baskets, and we just walk through the food forest, and we just pick things, our mushrooms. You pick your dinner for the day or your lunch. We pick our lunch, okay? That means like we just make everything from farm to table, from food forest to table, and we pick our food like almost daily fresh. You'll meet me, Donna will meet me. I'll let Donna know. Donna, meet me in the tomato section of the food forest, okay? We're going to make a fabulous salad, okay? Somebody has they caught some fish. So we're going to do fish salad, okay? We got it, Donna. And we'll have like we'll have night lights, you know, the beautiful night lights. We'll have them all strewn around the trees. And it'll be like a night market. We'll have tables and we'll have things to keep the skeeters away, right? Tina, you're not far away. Tina, I'll send you the message. Come on, Tina, meet me by the what are we going to meet by? We got to meet by something cool. Okay, meet me by the herbs. We're going to put some herbs. Meet me by the herbs. Yes, we're going to put some herbs in here. Molly is a pescatarian. I don't eat anything I can't. Oh, okay. Nice. Look at that. We're learning more about each other, right? So I figured maybe I'll take some of this stuff and I'll start a different design on my basket. I got bored of this one, okay? I've had it for 6 years like this, I think. So it's time to change it up. So I figured maybe I'll just take all of this stuff off while we're here talking and getting updated together. And I'll just make a new design. If I don't finish it during this live stream, I'll finish it later. So, and I'll tell you the things I did. Like I have a pom-pom maker, so you can make pom-poms like if you want by hand, but the pom-pom makers are really easy, very fun. Oh, you know what? I just saw someone driving by in a golf cart. I wish my community would turn into a golf cart community. Don't you want to live in a golf cart community? Just everybody just, can we just do that? Or like bikes? I'm getting a little bit verklempt, okay? I'm so happy to be with you. So yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, that distracted me because I just love golf carts. When I go to a lot of these you know, the coastal places in Georgia, South Carolina, there are a lot of like straight golf cart little islands and they're just so nice. It's fabulous. It's my dream. But yeah, I'll do that while we're sitting. And where are my brewers? Brewers, stand up, please. Please put your spoon in the air. Jenny Okie Girl is here. Yes, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Jenny. Another Jenny. Love it. I love it. Okay, so this is my. Oh, for anybody who's joining who hasn't been like up on what I've been back into my brewing. Okay, so I'm brewing now. I go back and forth. I stop and I start, but I'm starting again. Yes, Donna, get your spoons out. This is the portion of our program. Yes, so Donna said good weed and fresh food. I love it. So this is the kefir. I'm not a stickler if you call it kefir or kefir. I call it kefir. Is that okay? Like Kiefer Sutherland? What is Kiefer Sutherland up to these days? Anybody know? So kefir, this is water kefir. See how it looks? It brews every 24 hours. I do one extra day. So you see how nice and cool it is. So I'm going to do a tasting and I'm going to tell you what my first kefir tastes like. And my mother grains they get bigger, but you have to be patient with them. Don't expect overnight things to happen with your grains. But as you take care of D-Nice, I'm sorry. Sometimes oh gosh. That was in response to my question about Kiefer Sutherland. Okay. Thanks, D-Nice. Welcome. It's nice to see you. I love the Cookie Monster with the kooky eyes avatar. I loved Cookie Monster. And I know there's been some stuff in the news about, I'm out of the loop. I'll catch up with it later, but there was something going on at Sesame Place in Philadelphia, my hometown. They were doing something. Cookie Monster. Thanks for the cookies. Chocolate chip, my favorite, my absolute favorite. Okay, so I'm going to use my, if you don't mind, I know some people are real glass connoisseurs and sticklers. I don't know if there's a type of glass you should drink your kefir out of, but I'm going to use my absinthe. This is my absinthe glass. It works for a lot. So here we are. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Let's put a little music on. You know what I'm going to do? When I do these Saturdays, they're nice and loose, okay? We're not like this, okay? We're not like this. We had too many years of this, okay? We're not doing that. We're doing this, okay? We're doing this, okay? We're doing this. Let's do it. Who's got the vapors? Hit the vapors with me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're loose. That's right. This, you know what? They're talking about primate stuff right now. I'm not going to say the words. I don't know what words can't you say right now. I'm over it. Okay. Have you noticed? I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm now in a different bag. I can't do it. I can't go on the roller coaster is too cray. Everybody needs a break, right? And so this is it for me. After the 5, we do 2. 1, 2. Let's let it go through its heating up thing. Again, if anybody wants to know, this is my Delta variance. This is my Delta variance, okay? What's up? What's up? Jenny says, my daughter-in-law just said you're beautiful. I got my vape in here. Thank you to your daughter-in-law. Tell her thank you. I appreciate that. So sweet. So I'm going to just get on with the show, Jen, one more time. Thank you. Okay. She got her vapors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. All right. Look at that. Now I could talk about all this stuff. Where's Dr. Fauci? Anybody? Has he surfaced with all this primate stuff going on? These primate pox. Where's Faucisms? That's what Salt calls them, Faucisms. Okay, so we're getting blissy. This is Blissy Saturday. So here's the. Oh, what did I say? You could blame it on alcohol. Blame it on. I'm not listening to bad music. Okay, we're gonna do more music. Okay, and I need your help. I need to know, does it go? Does it go? Or do we keep it? Can we redeem it? Or do we need to put it in the, what do they call it? 86 it. Anybody worked in the restaurant industry? 86 it. We're going to go through a few things. I need your help. I'm working on, you know what I'm calling this? This is my thesis. I'm working on a thesis. I'm serious. I'm going to write about it. And there's a method to the madness. Okay.
I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could have left 1,000 times just about my side. This one's for the grind,
so
I knew it would happen, just have the
This is
strength
to
in my
you,
mind.
the real
To
one.
the videos, they thought I was a black guy. That's hard to get over. A foreigner in the sport, but I'm fully devoted. I don't take it for granted that the door's been open. I knew I was different. I knew I was chosen. A breadwinner, but I'm soft-spoken. Authentic like a 5950, and there's no cap.
This is to you, Molly.
Let's have a
To all of you.
Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a
Very
toast
nice
for
and
the real
blissy.
ones.
Not fizzy.
They done baptized
Give
the
me,
bad guy.
give me some
So don't
pointers
follow religion. The fabric's not average. The kind's
for how to get it
500 for
fizzier.
the shoes come
Is
dirty, but the
it comes with
European.
time, I
Less
know.
small and less the bank.
And I want to say,
Up the score, I
when
pull
it
up
comes
the
to
tray.
your grains,
From the
you
tray,
need
I'm balling like Trey.
patience
Do
with
what I
them.
can,
So
I
when
do what you can't. I wrote
just
this
look up
30,000 feet
the,
up.
I should put a link in. I'll do that in
I'm
the
trying to get a type
description.
of wealth like a house on the
But
hills.
you're
Can't
gonna
see
just
us. Say the money's
drain
still
your
me up.
grains, your
Stay
mother
humble,
grains
stay
out.
teed up. I don't tell you how to
And
live, so don't
when
hit
you
me
have
with
your
no weak
grains,
stuff.
that goes in the new
And if you know
brew,
the deal, then you know the
and you
deal.
pour off,
If it's real, then you know
and
it's
just
real.
put it in the
Toast.
refrigerator
Let's have a toast for the real ones.
where the water,
Let's have a toast for the real.
oh, for the milk keeper too. I may do some milk, but I like this because
Let's have a
it helps
toast for
me
the
stop
real
drinking
ones.
soda. I love ginger ale so much.
Let's have a toast for the real ones.
So it tastes like this. Okay, I told you guys I made this for my daughter a lot. So when she was in high school, when we lived in LA, okay, so she's taking Kefir to school, right? And you know, I do the pickups. I pick her, I drop her off. I got Uggs and pajamas on, you know, that kind of mom. It's crazy. And especially with high school kids, they're coming up to the car, hey, Miss Jen. And I'm like, yeah, hi. And I'm looking cray-cray with my Uggs and pajamas.
Yeah, I'm watching the rise.
So that's how
And I
people
wouldn't
go
say I'm
into
shocked
the
'cause I'm
grocery
always
store.
surprised.
In our community where we
This one's
live,
for the ride.
you went
This
to
one's
the
for who knew I make it,
supermarket
needed some time.
with your Uggs and your
This one's
pajamas.
for my wife.
Shout out
Could've
to
left a dozen times
Southern
just about my
California.
side.
I miss you
This one's
guys.
for the
You know,
grind.
flip
I knew
flops
what happened,
all
just
the
had the strength in
time.
my mind.
Even when you go to black
To the
tie
videos, they thought I
events,
was
they
a
got
black
flip
guy.
flops.
That's
You
hard
never
to
get
get
to
over.
wear
I'm
your
foreign in
regular
this world, but I'm
clothes
fully
there.
devoted. I don't
Especially
take it
being
for
from
granted that the door's
Philadelphia,
been
you know,
open. I knew I was
used to
different. I knew I was
certain
chosen.
style.
A breadwinner, but I'm
Get it.
soft-spoken.
You're not going to wear your
Like a
clothes out in
59,
Cali.
50, and there's no
All you
cap.
need is flip flops
Let's have
and
a toast
whatever.
to that.
I don't know.
Let's have a toast for the real.
Yeah, that's what the kids called it,
Let's have a
Donna.
toast for the real. Let's have a toast for
The
the
kids
real.
were hollering down the
Let's have a
hall,
toast for the real.
asking her, when is
Let's
she
have a toast
bringing,
for
is
the
her
real
mom
ones.
making some more
Have a
liquid
toast for the
chicken?
real. Let's have a toast
So that
for
was
the
it.
real
They
ones.
doing the good
Have a
thing.
toast for the
I told her,
real.
that's it.
They done
That's
baptized
it.
the
No
bad
more.
guy.
Can't take any
So
more
don't
in.
follow religion.
They
The
blew
fabric's
it.
not average. The kind's Egyptian. 500
So
for the
that-
shoes
that's how
come
that
dirty, but the
ended, her
European.
taking it.
Less is more and less is the bank.
They had a
Up
good
the score, I
thing,
pull up
so
the
they
tray.
had to be so
From the
cute,
tray, I'm balling
right?
like Trey. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up. 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm trying to get that type of wealth like a house on the hills can't see us. Say the money still me up. Stay humble, stay teed up. I don't tell you how to live, so don't hit me with no weak stuff.
I'll tell you, the
And
taste
if
is
you know
very
the deal,
mild.
then you know the deal. If it's real, then
They
you
call
know
this
it's
the
real.
blissy,
Let's
elixir, I don't know. Look up the health benefits. We read them off, you know, they're good. Gut flora. This has the little relaxing kind of. And
Let's have a toast for the real ones.
hence why the kids had to be so comfortable. So it doesn't have a taste where I can tell you like, oh, it tastes like this or that. It tastes like itself. You know what I'm saying? It tastes like kefir, water kefir.
Slow. Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I
I
make it,
missed
just
you.
needed
You
some
better
time.
come hang out with us
This
more.
one's for my wife.
You said
Could've
I'm
left
getting
1,000
lit
times
with
just about my side. This one's for the grind. I knew it would happen, just had to strengthen my mind.
Yeah, so it's just
To the videos,
a
they thought
nice
I was a black
mild
guy.
flavor.
It's hard to get over. A foreigner in the sport, but I'm fully devoted. I don't take it for granted that the door's been open. I knew I was different. I knew I was chosen. A breadwinner, but I'm soft-spoken. Authentic like a 5950 and there's no cap. Let's have a toast to that.
There you are.
Let's have a toast for the real.
I highly recommend it,
Let's
okay?
have a toast for the real.
I hope you're doing this along with me or thinking about it. Look it up, okay? I'll put links.
Let's have a toast for the real ones.
Okay, so here's my, okay. I'm going to put it into the camera to show you.
Have a toast for the, they done baptized
This is
the bad
Mother
guy.
Kombucha. This is what I'm concerned about. It looks like she's not ready yet. The new mother is real thin. You see her? New mother? So the other mother here, the new mother takes the size of your container. So I'm going to use this container over and over. So I'm going to do my new batch today. I'm one day off. I wanted to wait. It should have been yesterday, the 29th. Okay, so I'm just going to pour off a little. Taste it right in front of you. I'll do a little disturb, but I don't want to disturb mother this much. So now I can, you know what? What do you do with your first Kobe? Or do you double up your batch right away? Because I kind of forgot. I got off of my, okay, so here we are. So, okay, it might look a little, what are we going to call this? I know somebody's going to be funny. They don't look, they're unfiltered, okay? You know unfiltered when you just tell the truth? So, yeah, it's unfiltered. They're unfiltered.
I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could have left 1,000 times just about my side.
Oh my God, I've missed you, mother.
I just had to strengthen my mind.
Mother.
To the videos, they thought
I've
I was
been
a black
getting
guy.
that kombucha from the store.
A foreigner in the sport, but I'm
Nothing
fully
like this.
devoted. I don't take it
You
for
gotta
granted
make your
that the
own
door's
brew,
been open.
baby.
I knew I was different. I knew I was chosen. A
Chatmosphere.
breadwinner,
You
but I'm
saw how
soft-spoken.
easy this
Authentic
was?
like a 5950 and
It's
there's no
nothing
cap.
like it. Nothing
Let's
like
have
the
a toast to
real
that.
thing,
Let's have a toast for the real
baby. Ain't
ones.
nothing like
Let's
the
have a toast for the
real
real.
thing.
Let's have a toast
Oh my
for the
gosh.
real
Okay, let me give you a
Let's have
nice
toast for the real.
review. Oh my, I'm not trying to blow my own horn or anything. It's the mother that did this. This is so good. And with my kombucha, I don't need a flavor. I like its flavor. I don't need to do a lot. But what I'll do is I will begin to do flavor, especially with the water kefir, okay? Especially. I want to do one with my cookies. Do you think figs or it will be too sweet? Like, this is a little sweet. Do you think I can do anything with figs, maybe with the kombucha? That's something I'm thinking about. I want to do fig kombucha. What do you think? Hey, that's base. Base in the place. Hello, gin in the juice. That's right.
Let's have a toast for the real
Right.
ones.
This is the right kind of juice. Have you ever had kombucha or bucha? This tastes so good. Loving it. Love Jawn and juice. I like that even better. Jawn and juice. Oh God, that's great. I'm telling you, you know. So what I'm going to do now, we're just going to talk. I had another thing I want to talk about. Let me see. What are my slides? They kind of pumped me into what am I? Okay, so, oh God.
And I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride. This one's for
Okay.
who I make it, just needed some time.
All right, I want you to, I'm glad I screen grabbed this, okay? So when I went on to Platter,
I knew it would happen, just had to strengthen my mind.
This is what was trending. I wanted you to see this. Look at the right, the top right. I'm not going to read it because you know how they are. But you see how it's saying 3 doctors in Ontario, and they have to say not related to the, jungle juice fact checker report. What do you think about that?
Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
It's like they're trying so hard to put the lid on something that, wow, I don't know what to say. I'm waiting for somebody to like put it on.
For the shoes come dirty, but the European.
I want to see what are you thinking? Have you heard about how they're doing fact checking too?
Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up.
Hey, Madeline. Hi, it's nice to hang out. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, wait a minute. We can go today. Your dad went to heaven
I don't tell you how to live,
in
so don't hit me with no
hospital.
weak stuff.
Oh,
And if
we're
you know the
holding
deal,
his
then you know the
hand.
deal. If it's real, then you know it's real.
sorry.
Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the
Oh, I'm
real.
so sorry.
Let's have a toast for the real
Oh, my
ones.
goodness.
Let's have a
Very
toast
sorry
for
to
the
hear
real
that, Madeline.
Let's have a toast
My
for the
deepest
real ones.
condolences.
Have a toast
And
for the real.
this is what is happening right now. I just have to swim in this book. I know that, you know, we are experiencing this right now. I've heard of a lot of people that have passed away in my, circle of friends of the family, family, and it's happening pretty close together, you know, and this is a tough time. David Toma from Archaics, welcome. Please give love to David Toma, everyone. Thank you for joining us over here. Love Jason for years. I have to catch up with him. I've been doing so much like studying and testing for something. I'm doing something new, and I've been missing a lot of things that I normally would catch up with. But I hope Jason's doing well over at Archaics, doing some good work. I'm looking forward to doing another live stream with him. I hope Jason can't hear me. Wait a minute, my sound is messing up. Hold it. Is it better now? Let me know. Because I am outside. I'm going to blame it on maybe reception. Can't hear me. Okay, 1 minute. Is that better? Can you hear me? Let me know. Is it better? I did a little muffled. It's a little better. I'm not sure what happened. Wait a minute. It might be the mic. I don't think I hit. Is it better? Much better now? Okay, it must be a reception. When I look over here, if you see me looking, it's because StreamYard, I'm going to call them. I said I was going to call them. I've been calling a lot of companies, by the way, lately, because I had to fix my Apple issue. I was having an Apple Music issue. So I called and I talked to a human being because I just rather talk to people. I miss that aspect of calling companies, and I got help and it was wonderful, good experience. And then I had to call another company. So I'm dealing with a few companies right now and I'm opting to call them and talk to people. So I like it a lot. And I'm going to call the StreamYard people. I love their product. I really do. But sometimes it's a reception issue with the product. It's not on my end sometimes. So I need to find out why. Is there something I can do to make it better? Let me plug my computer in. I'm still here. You miss talking to real people, Donna? I do too. In fact, if I'm in a store and they're trying to herd people to go to the self checkout, I refuse to go to self checkout. I don't know about you all. I will ask a manager, can you help me? I'd rather a live person help me. And I tell the people, I'd rather, your people, I don't want to see your people out of jobs. I don't know. They appreciate it though when you say that. It's really interesting. I've had a manager tell me he really appreciated it and just started talking, and it was really nice. But me myself, I will not go to the self checkouts. I made a point to not do it. Hi, Aurora from Cali. Hi, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute either. Phelan said, yes, Jen, purposefully make them talk to you. Yes, there you are. We can still ask for that. It's not a lot to ask. And I think companies, as we shift to a different type of country and the way we do business, countries more I envision more employee owned companies, if we had, just set up in a different way, and more local mom and pops coming back. That, I mean, I I just want that. I've grown up with that a little. We had a chance to experience that when I was growing up, and it was nice to have a community. So I'll be talking a lot about that in the coming days. But that is just one of these things that we can do easily because the numbers are in our favor. And actually, the other side of the divide, if you want to call it, I mean, it's all created divide, but the other side wants good things too. If we can talk to each other, they don't want to eat poisoned food, right? And they would rather have a kinder, gentler type of society and culture. I think we all do. And we have to ultimately put our protection around the children, because it's always the children that are targeted with a lot of this stuff that goes on. It trickles down and it ends up being a target against children. So we have to keep our protective eyes and ears out. Excuse me. Rosie Pie, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining the chat. How's it going? Nice to see you. This is to you. Cheers, Rosie. Mandela Affected, hello, welcome, welcome. Give love to Mandela Affected. Thank you for joining over here. So nice. So, yes, I'm doing a tasting of my brews. Rosie, I did a water kefir tasting, very nice, and I did my first brew, rebrewing now, starting to rebrew my kombucha. I got new mother. Look at her, she's thin too. She's a thin mommy. So now I can double up on my kombucha. Cheers to you. You know what I'd like to do now that Rosie Pie is in the atmosphere? You just reminded me, Rosie. I like to do rose water kefir. Rose. So if anybody knows a good source of rose that, food grade roses, I'd like to look into it. So I could do rose. Maybe I'll do a floral line of flavors. Do you like that? So I'll research doing lavender. So lavender, maybe, I don't know if lemon, can you put lemon in it, or is lemon too acidic? Like I can see a lavender lemon, and then I'd like to do a rose petal, rose something with roses and that kind of stuff. What do you think? So yeah, so that's what I'll look into. And I don't know, maybe I can flavor this with, I'm going to try the fig. I'm gonna see what that's like. The fig. 1 minute. I've got a little technical issue with. I've just got to keep the computer plugged in. Not sure, but it's things are acting a little weird. That's okay. So you think that sounds good? Good. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I should have been growing my own lavender, but I haven't. Anybody know about lavender? Have you grown lavender? What's it like? Is it an easy, hardy plant? Let me know. Yes, we are going to no. Well, I was just being funny when I said weaving the basket because I won't actually weave a basket, but what I wanted to do was just show you how I decorated the basket. That's all. I'm going to decorate a basket. I'm going to take all of this off and show you that I did it before. I'm wondering where did I have the picture when I first started. Let me go back to it. Did I have the original? It was just a plain basket, and I put the decorations on it just to make it fun to go picking produce and stuff. Did I decorate it underwater? See, I was just trying to be funny. I don't know. I was being silly. When they talk about underwater basket weaving and they say, most people, when they get certain majors in college that were termed like you couldn't get employed. So that would be the joke. So that was what I was just being funny about. Well, I don't know. It might not have been funny. So I thought I would sit here and redecorate it while we were just chatting. Who grows lavender? Okay, you're just kidding. Oh, that's okay. You have lavender. It's very easy to grow. Could I start it now and get at least some lavender within what amount of time? Do you know right off the top of your head? Like, could I do it? You're okay. You know the reference. Yes. Okay. So while we're talking, because I said I would share music. This is what I'm doing now. Little housekeeping before I start with the basket is I started my own radio station, and it's called Jenny the Jawn Radio on Station Head. And over there, I want to begin to put more content on. I'm creating my own website. Okay. So I have a website. If you want to check it out, I'm building it. I'm in building phase. So I'm doing this myself, in terms of learning how to do it through the different offerings out there. And I used to try my hand at that with WordPress, but this is just a little different. It's actually through Google and everything. So my new radio station is Jenny the Jawn on Station Head. Station Head is a very easy app. A lot of us from the Chatmosphere have been over there. So we've had fun. And like I said before, I like beginning things, especially organically. And the saying in the scripture that says, do not despise the day of small beginnings. So I like a small beginning. Not that I'm trying to make it so big, but what I'm saying is it's nice as people want to try another platform as we start to migrate off of some of these others. And what it does is it gives the content creator more freedom. Like I could talk over there without any concern for being censored. I could work around the algorithms better, and there are things that I can do to enhance my reach. And so a lot of us are shadow banned on a lot of platforms. So this is a way to get around that. And with a website, which I would ask anybody who's watching, please go over when you get a chance, and I'll put a live link. But if you want to just give me, I have it should be active. I want it just to get everybody's like email so I can keep in touch as things happen, events or announcements. If I want to work with maybe having a impromptu radio show, I can let you know. I can send out a quick announcement and a live link in the announcement so you could go straight there. You don't have to go anywhere but just the email. So that's what I'm working on doing, okay? And I'm learning this all myself. I'm a one woman operation here. Hello, beautiful sunrises. I will go. Good, thank you. I'm working out the little piece. When you have to forward your DNS to the server and stuff like that, it should have updated. I'm waiting for it to update on the end of the people who would visit, but it's updated on my end. I can see it. So if you go there, you can, if it prompts you to put your email in, please do. And that's what I'm saying. I'll keep in touch that way. If anything, censorship happens, you know how to find me, because I'm seeing a lot of like Fire for Righteousness. We were all around and we lost touch, a lot of us, but we're finding each other again, and that'll make it easier to find each other. So that's what I'm working on, ways that we can actually go to a particular place and we can engage a little more. I'd love to have an event. I'm working on that. I'm looking at what the temperature of the world is. And right now it looks like they're trying this stupid primate thing. And I don't live in fear and I never encourage that. But I do have concerns when it comes to travel. And I can see how they can, do something stupid to get something started like they want to. I'm just grabbing some supplies while I'm talking to you. I'm going to start taking off. I'm just going to take this stuff off. Okay. So maybe we can meet up again and I'll do more, but I'll clear the basket now so I can do new design. Okay. And talk to you while I'm doing that. Okay. So the reason I'm saying that I get concerned when it comes to travel, I mean international travel. I told you all I used to have such like wanderlust, and I traveled so much. And I think it was a form of self care, from the system. I never felt comfortable in the system, but I used to run away by look at me playing with scissors. It's either a spoon or scissors. I'm talking with scissors. Don't do this, kids. But just cutting it all off. So what I'm saying ultimately is this. For people who are traveling, like, how I said I'm just not letting my guard down when it comes to normalizing and relaxing after what they did, from 2020. And now I'm starting to put more together with Fauci. Let me know, is Fauci on the world stage? Who is the head doctor who is heading up the new scamdemic of primates? They always have to blame animals, right? So I wonder why people don't ask that question. Why is it always animals? Some kind of animal to human transmission. Why doesn't anybody just stop and ask that? It's frustrating. It is really frustrating. And that's why I'm And that's why I say I shouldn't claim this, but people say don't claim it. But no, I have PTSD. I really do. And this really helps me. And with this stuff, like if people are going to start getting scared all over again, and they're going to try this stuff with this primate stuff, listen, this is going to be this is going to be my only way I could go out, okay, among these people if they fall for this again. I can't tell you, like, I'm so frustrated with that part of it. It really is frustrating. But, travel, this is and I'm just, this is something for you to consider. If you are thinking about traveling and getting back to normal or whatever, just know that when you're in another country, per se, you want to make sure when you're traveling like that your country has good relations with that country, and that the embassy is always a place that you have as a safety net, as a place of refuges. These things happen. I mean, I could tell you some crazy stories. I got stranded in China. Yeah, I got stranded in China, and it's a long story. I'll tell it one day, but my daughter and my brother had to literally help me because they were charging my card like it was ridiculous. They were making me buy brand new plane tickets at the airport. They were not allowing me to fly out of, at the time, I was in Shanghai. And boy, did I get a Shanghai surprise. No, I shouldn't say that. That's bad. Don't say that. Don't repeat that. I didn't mean that. But what happened is I couldn't leave. I flew into Shanghai. I was really interested in going to Guangzhou. That's where they have all of the fashion manufacturing. But I couldn't go to Guangzhou because something about the visa wasn't right. So I stayed in Shanghai. They told me I could either go to Hong Kong and hang out there for a few days and then go to Guangzhou. And I wasn't going to hang out in Hong Kong because I didn't have Hong Kong money. Okay. You have to have Hong Kong money. Do you know what I'm talking about? King Kong money. No, I didn't have that kind of money. So I told them, well, no, thank you. I'll just hang out here in Shanghai. But when it was time to leave, they explained to me that something about the way my visa was set up. You glad I came back? I'm glad too. Can you imagine? I was traveling solo because I used to do that kind of stuff. I was a solo traveler. My parents, oh my God, my mom, I owe her so much, okay? Big time. I know she's been worried about me a lot. Gosh, just too adventurous. It comes from my dad. He's really adventurous, so I get it from him. But my mom is more of she stays on the shore. I go way out, way out there. It's like, Jennifer, come back. I was never afraid. We ain't never scared. We ain't never scared. And so people get mad at you when you're not scared. Have you noticed that the weird dynamic there? They're mad at you because you're not scared. Can you imagine how cuckoo that is? You become the weirdo because you're not scared. So, anyway, my point is this. When I was in Guangzhou, no, I wasn't in Guangzhou. I couldn't go to Guangzhou for some kind of visa thing. So I was in Shanghai and I made the best of it. I was able to do what I needed to do. And when it was time to leave, I was told that I would have to leave to go back to the United States. I would have to now go to Beijing. And I said, excuse me, but this is where I flew in. Can't I leave from Shanghai? I have a ticket that says I leave from Shanghai I had to fly into SeaTac, So Seattle, Tacoma. So I had ticketed, I was ticketing my visa. So then she explains I had to go to Beijing now to leave. And I bought a ticket at the airport on the spot to Beijing because she told me they could get me out the next morning from Beijing to Seattle. So I buy a ticket and I know my bank is like, what's going on? She is in China and she is buying tickets all over the place. What the heck? So that's the one time Wells Fargo will look out for you, okay? That doesn't look normal. So I go to Beijing. What a weird, whoa, Beijing was like a whole, if I could tell you, like, okay, like from north to south, east to west, if you go from Shanghai to Beijing, it's a whole different ball game altogether. It even looks like different people, literally different people. They have more of a, it's like more like, because they're closer, like, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Aren't they closer to like Russia? Like, so you have like a certain, it's very interesting. I can't explain it to you, but when I was going to breakfast, they have a lot of buffets, really good buffets, by the way. And the people that were at the hotel that I had to stay at overnight to get on my flight to go home, I feel the spoon. So then I go to Beijing. I check into the hotel. They have all of us from the plane because we are all going. This I don't understand. So they everybody, the pilots and the flight attendants, and they're staying at the hotel too, and a few people from the plane, from the flight. So I stay in this hotel. It was a throwback, you guys. It looked like maybe Nixon might have stayed in this hotel room and it was still the same kind of decor. Do you know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't that fabulous. Nixon didn't stay there, but it was like maybe some of his staff maybe stayed there. It was like stuck in another time realm altogether. Because when I was in Guangzhou, we have these really fancy luxury hotels. Everything is luxury. But there, this was like in Beijing, it was really, it was, I felt like I was in Russia, maybe like in Russia, half from Russia, half in China. It was really weird. Okay. I wanted to go to the Great Wall, but they explained to me, they were like, yeah, we can take you, but I wouldn't have been able to make it, to get, and I wasn't trying to miss a flight with all this going on. So I had to pass up going to the Great Wall because, when you go places, you think it's not far, you're like, well, it looks like it's close. I could take an Uber. And they explained to me, I'm so glad they explained it. They said, ma'am, if you go, it'll take a couple of hours. Okay. It would have been like a day trip kind of deal. And so anyway, then when it was time to leave, I had a fabulous breakfast, continental breakfast, and I was all set to leave. And they tell me I have to go back to Shanghai. They explain that my ticket said I had to go back to Shanghai and leave from Shanghai. I'm not kidding you all. I'm not kidding. And listen, when you are in another country, we know this. You can't act like a crazy person in the airport. You're in China. You're not going to go the hell off when they tell you got to buy now a new ticket. So I am ready to, listen, I'm telling you, I didn't know what to do. I cried out to God, help me. I don't know what is happening. These people are shuffling me around between Beijing and Shanghai. And my bank is going to think something is wrong. And they did. And they cut it off. I couldn't even. So I think I was able to buy that one more. Yes, I had to buy another ticket to go back to Shanghai. So I go back to Shanghai and because of the way the you know how sometimes when you're a traveler, like, and you have traveled and things have happened, that would be me. It has really helped me to be a nimble person. I've learned a lot from travel. I could share some of that with you. Some of those lessons. I've had emergencies in the air. I've had, lots of things, just trust me. But when you are in another country like China, you are really at their mercy. And that's what I'm trying to say ultimately, is that you are at the mercy of that nation. And when we are looking at the leadership of our nation right now and our relation to other nations, I'm just telling people to consider that if you are trying to go anywhere overseas, especially to places that are a little more closed. And I flew back to Shanghai, and I needed something. I don't know what it was. I called my daughter and my brother. They helped me out as I was stuck like Chuck in China. So at the time, whatever our relationship is, whatever. Yeah, just like that girl, the basketball player. Thank you. What is her name? Brittany somebody? She's in that's I'm so glad. I wanted to talk about that. This is someone who has some 420 over in Russia. And that's the thing. You just don't want to disrespect a nation. And I've always respected a nation when I travel and stay. I've lived in other nations, and I respect those nations and follow the rules. Like whatever was happening with me in China, I did what I was supposed to do in terms of my visa. But when I was trying to speak to somebody like a manager, they were just reading a script. It was like so robotic. They would just read a script, and I was like, "Can I speak to a manager? Because you just told me I had to go to Beijing. I went to Beijing. I stayed over. They told me I had to come here." And I was like, "I can't afford to buy tickets on the same day and go back. I can't do this anymore." And they would just keep repeating, "Well, ma'am, you will have to." And it was like a Twilight Zone episode. So this basketball player, Brittany, who's stuck in Russia, she's in a bad position. I don't know what it's like to be in a jail. Isn't she in a jail? Or is she in jail? Or is she just there like being contained? Not that that's not jail, but Dana, Dana, I don't know. I plead the fifth. I don't know. Mish, hello. Oh, the spoon is out. Yes, the spoon is out. Yes, so she's in a bad position because if something happens and you need to go to the embassy, you've gotten into some trouble because that happens. Things happen. You might do something and not realize you violated it. Remember the guy who violated something over in, wasn't it in Indonesia? And he did something, I think he was being silly like a teenager, and he put ketchup on someone's car, something like that. Well, he got fined and they had to do corporal punishment. Remember, it was called, what is that called in Indonesia when they issue a pow pow, like a this kind of pow pow? So he had to undergo the whatever the punishment. And it was like, I don't know how many lashes he got with this thing. And I remember his parents were trying to get him out of Indonesia, the caning. Thank you. I love the Chatmosphere so much. Caning. If anybody has not heard of caning, that's right. This kid got caned, okay? It would be like me taking this. He got caned for what he did. And we couldn't as a nation really like say anything because he violated a law. And that is what, yes, something silly, right? Totally, Donna. So that's what I'm saying. We have very precarious relationships right now. Flogging, that's another. Lashes, flogging. Yeah, that's sometimes the punishment. Mr. Okel, you have a vlog up in China? No, no, I don't have a vlog up in China. No, I was traveling there. One was for just, tourism, and the other was for business. Like I wanted to do something with business, so I was looking for opportunities to find I hate that I was doing that, but remember back before 2020, you couldn't do anything and get a profit. If you were going to do anything that dealt with a product or manufacturing, you were like forced to work with Chinese manufacturing. If anybody knows, it was really hard to do business here, and we got to change that. They made it hard for people to have companies here and pay people a living wage. And that's not right. It really isn't. Hey, beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Hello, sis. She's in jail, and I feel sorry because she has already got her lady for. Oh, really? So that I didn't know. Thank you for. See, I don't know the little nuanced details. I just know she is in trouble, so she is in jail. Oh my goodness. So, if I remember people being able to get out because of diplomatic has anybody gone over like a diplomat to go talk to anybody? Because look at all the rhetoric coming out of Jojo Magoo's administration, and that's especially why I'm saying to really be careful with traveling. It's just it's not wise. So here is the basket. I'm going to take everything off so you'll see it. Oops. You'll see it kind of plain. So I'll redecorate it. It'll be something I'll do maybe later on, and I'll show you the progress. Maybe we'll get together. Oh, tomorrow. This is what we're doing tomorrow. If you join me, please, over at Jenny the Jawn at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., and 11 p.m., I'm going to do my new radio show. And my radio show entails digging in the crates. And what I'm doing is I'm circling back to listen again to, I'm calling it the American Music Trust. But I am looking at other countries too. So we have a lot of music that came out of the UK that became, Billboard stuff that we would listen to here. The British invasion, stuff like that, which I have some questions. I want to talk about some of that stuff because I want to do some formatted shows where we can talk freely, and I'm working on getting a call-in feature. So I'm going to learn the call-in thing so you can call in and we can, do stuff like that. So thank you, Molly. It's going to be 11 and 11. I feel like that's easier because I was doing 7 and 11, but why not make it easier? So 11 a.m., 11 p.m. on these are the days. I'm doing 3 days right now, and might add more days as I develop and learn this. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, I welcome you to listen to my new radio station, Jenny the Jawn, on Station Head. And you can be in the Chatmosphere there. We have a Chatmosphere popping off over there, and I have to say Philadelphia has really represented my hometown. I have to tell you, I have big love for Philadelphia. I have a lot of things that I'm starting to put together, and Philadelphia is factoring in a lot. So it'll be interesting. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Yes. Tuesday be brunch. And my 11 o'clock slot is just for the night shift, for the insomniacs, for the night owls. Something to do different. Because you remember when MTV came out? I remember the whole MTV rollout. I want a little more kombucha while I'm sitting out here in the dark. Look at that. We outside, y'all. And the things are not biting. Here's some more. kombucha, things are not biting because I have my little lamp on. It's probably helping. And now I would say some people say when you first start drinking kombucha that you want to go a little light on it. You want to just drink a little. Look into it. There are a lot of good sites. I read off of one or two of them I think already, but there's so much good information out there that you can research. Cheers to you. Just getting a little more. Headbangers Ball. There you are. Oh my God, Headbangers Ball. Yes. So they had a whole thing called Video Killed the Radio Star. And I looked into that, and it was a group that came out of the UK called, wait a minute, what was their name? You know, Dana will have it in the Chatmosphere quickly. It was called the Camera Club. So, Video Killed the Radio Star was by Jeff Downs and Bruce Woolley in 1979. And they also featured Thomas Dolby. Remember Thomas Dolby? He See, I'm going to really get into my bag over on the radio station. Beautiful Sunrise, Rises and Sunsets is very good, sis. It's very mild. I really like it. I like mine without all the flavoring because I'm just used to it. So it's yummy. It's so good to have it again, the homemade, your own brew. So I love it. You want some now? I wish I could pour you a glass and we can toast. But that's what'll happen if you hang out. If I do an event, I'm going to have my brews. I want it to be so, oh my gosh, I can just envision it. I've been dreaming of having an event with all of you. Dolby Sound. There you are. Hey, Lee. How you doing? So Thomas Dolby, I'm going to be doing things where I do more musicology over on the radio show. That's right. You remember, Molly. Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, Thomas Dolby was a part of that camera club. Isn't that interesting? So Thomas Dolby, I was laughing when I saw Thomas Dolby's name. That's a throwback. And he had that song, She's blinding me with science. She's blinding me with science. Right? So Fauci blinded us with science. Where is Fauci? I keep saying, where is Faucisms? He blinded us with science. So who's going to be doing the new fear porn if it's not Fauci blinding them with science? And I can see the View right now. They're probably everybody will be on their talking points. And they don't realize we don't care about celebrities anymore. They're over. They're totally over. They're toast. They're toast as we're toasting that the meek shall inherit the earth. Donna, right? Science. So yeah, you had Video Killed the Radio Star. What I want to do in my little way is I want to bring back something when it comes to listening, because I know I could stand to listen better, to be a better listener. And listening to music, it's something to it. Listening is a different way to take in information. I think it'll be really nice to take in radio again. So I want to have a show. I want to like eventually have more shows, like, where more days, but I want you to have my station tuned when you're cleaning your house, when you're taking a bath, when you're eating your breakfast, like, just something that you could have if you're on your boat, you're on the beach, you're on your patio. Just have it in the background. And I won't talk as much. I'll try not to do that in the middle of the songs. I don't want to make you mad at me, but I want to talk and give some information, and we could talk more uncensored and again the call-in feature. So it will begin to build. So I'm excited about bringing that radio vibe back and also digging through the crates of our American Music Trust, because it's something about that era. These eras that we were born in. I call my generation the bossa nova babies. So we're the bossa nova babies. So I'm going to be doing a lot of bossa nova, and something for Karen. Karen, I'm going to be doing some hair salon, New York hair salon music. So I'm going to be doing some Latin music, okay? Like when I lived in Harlem and I would go up to the Bronx and get my hair done by the Dominicanas, okay? Yes, the raps. Yes, shout out to my Dominicanas. Yes, so I'm going to be doing some music like that and show, like, there'll be sound capsules. Usually I'll mix a lot of different music because I don't want to stay in a box, because that's not how I listened to music growing up. I never stayed in a box. I love different genres. So I know this is why we click. So I would say, don't think that it's going to just be one type of music. You'll be really surprised that I like a lot of kind of music. And I think that we can, not be fearful to listen to it. Like I was kind of not fearful, but I was concerned. I wanted to throw it all away. But something has come to me, and I'm on it's a journey. So I'm inviting you to go on this journey with me. Like I said, I'm working on a thesis, and maybe I could do a dissertation on what I'm working on, but I'll share as it unfolds, okay? So, again, the radio station is Jenny the Jawn on Station Head, and I will have a website that I'm inviting you to please check out, and please share your email with me so I can keep in touch with you. And I'm going to be developing more things to share content wise. It'll be a hub for you to have if you want to stay in touch with me. Please, okay? See what's up. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Stationhead.com/Jenny the Jawn. So if I'm not live, it'll just you can see they save all the streams, because it's live stream radio. So you can come into the Chatmosphere and chat. We were having fun. So we got through our first week of like the tryout, and I love it. I hope you all do too. And tomorrow, if I can schedule this with my mother, I want to do a brunch tomorrow on my radio station at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And my mother will be my special guest. And she is unfiltered mother. I would have to let you know, like, look, this is my mother. I grew up with an unfiltered mom. A lot of you probably did too. She's fun. I love unfiltered people. I just, a lot, like, I had an aunt that was unfiltered. She has passed away. She was really unfiltered. And I've always loved that. Especially older women, when they're unfiltered, is the best. So my mother, if I could schedule it, okay. If not, I'm still doing a brunch show. But it would be hilarious if I could get her to do this with me. But she will do it occasionally on Sundays. So it'll just be and she's going to talk about stories. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I just got myself into, but it'll be interesting, okay? It'll definitely be interesting listening to that, such a thing. Have you ever heard of such? But she'll have her stories of Philadelphia growing up and all the funny stuff. So I'll let her choose the music, okay? You'll be so like shocked probably at her choices of music. So yes, I'll be digging in the crates. That's right, Jenny the Jawn, digging in the crates, redeeming our music trust. Thank you so much. That's right. She'll be saying Chicago. You'll hear her say it. Her like that'll be so funny. You'll hear her say it. Can you imagine, Molly? So 11 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, and 11 p. So 11 p is for the night owls. I want you to have your jammies on, whatever. I don't know, whatever's clever, okay? We'll be doing a night show and then back on Tuesday and Thursday. And the way it looks, I'll be with you like we'll do outside on Saturday. It looks like we'll be brewing, baby, and doing some art projects, okay? So, underwater basket weaving. We're going to make it great again. Great again. Night owls. See, I went to Temple University, so I'm a Temple owl officially, right? But another reason I like to talk about the owl, or just use the owl as an image, is because owls have caught a bad rap. It's like always attributed to something nefarious, and I don't think animals should go through, like, it's enough that they go through what they go through. I mean, look at what they're doing right now to the primate kingdom. So they're going to blame all this on primates. They did the same thing in the 80s. I've been a nurse for a minute, and I remember this is starting to look a lot like the AIDS thing. And by the way, there is an AIDS type of, whatever you want to call it, variant, and it's very strong, and it's already being seen. It's really sad. There's a young woman in her 20s who has just come on the scene in terms of sharing her story that she has full-blown AIDS. She said that she's had it for a long time, and she's being connected with like a lot of celebrities. So you can imagine that the celebrity world is really nervous right now, because she was one of these pretty Instagram model type of girls who hung with a lot of celebrities. So she was flying out. They say they flew her out. She got flued out to a lot of things. She was really a hot girl, and she is like, it looks like what I saw when I got out of nursing school and I was working on an AIDS unit in Atlanta. When I saw the video of this young woman, she's completely wasted away. It is unreal. And it gave me like a triggering flashback to how my patients looked when I first came out and worked with AIDS patients. So it's giving me that whole thing. That's why I keep asking, where's Dr. Fauci? I could go on, but I won't make this too long. So anyway, it's nighttime out here. I'm out here. It's night. I'll see you all. I hope you check in. Come and listen to radio brunch, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11 p.m. I'll put notices so you can at least remember, and you can head over to my website, please, and check back with it occasionally. If it does prompt you to share your email with me, I won't be selling your email information, okay? I'm not into all that, okay? It's me, Jenny, okay? So I want to keep in touch with you. I want to get a better way. So this is a better way for me to stay in touch with you all right? So thank you. I love you. And email, yeah, where do you want it? If you go to my new website, JennyTheJawnRadio.com, that'll be my new website. I'll put the link in the description, but this is, let me write it again, Jenny the Jawn Radio. So radio is going to be a really good way that I want to do some things and expand some media type of things. So radio is just, let's bring it back. Let's make the radio pop. So here is the website again, JennyTheJawnRadio.com. Venus Jams, hello. Looking forward to it. Welcome. Please give Venus Jams some love. I've not seen your name. I love the name, Venus Jams. Hello. Welcome to you. Thanks for joining. And if you come over to the radio station and join in, that'll be awesome. Oh my goodness, you're a web designer? Oh my gosh, I definitely have questions. Oh my. Fabulous. Okay, can't wait to see you two tomorrow. My mother may be doing the brunch, okay? It'll be get your get your vapors and things ready and your coffee. It'll be pretty funny. The brunch birds will be out here probably. I don't know. The brunch birds, I don't know what they're going to be up to, but we'll see, okay? Amy, yes, I'll find you. Love your pet. Thank you, Amy. Love you. And I love you all. I will see you very soon. And thank you for all the love, the super chats. And if you want to send anything my way, apples, any little, I call them apples. This is where you could do it via Cash App. I'm just the $ JennyEason, and then PayPal. This is me there too. And I'll put things in the description, okay? And until tomorrow, I'll see you. Night, night. Thank you, Dana. Love you all. And I will see you tomorrow. Well, I won't see you. I will be on radio. I will be talking and looking at your Chatmosphere. Okay. Love you. Take care and chat soon.